Good morning everyone. Right, I've got a couple of projects here. Now, yesterday I showed this. I love working with these and they're easy. They're like a frill, crocheted frill on a doily. But I want the frill and I'll use the doily somewhere else. So in order for me to do that, don't be frightened to cut them. And I just cut where they need to be cut. Just all the little strands there. Don't cut that obviously, because that's holding that petal on, and then this one's holding this petal on. So cut above them and just cut like that all the way around. Like that. It's so easy, and then I've got a purpose for both. And this sort I like to use on the bottom of plaques and, you know, things like that I like to make. Even a tag, which we haven't made in a while. I might make another tag, but not today. I've got a couple of things I want to share with you. And there you go. So now I've got that if I want to use, and I could cut that around there if I just want the central section. And then that would be gathered up and used as a bit of edging or something. So we don't waste anything at all. And then this, like I say, I've now got to use, look, there's plenty there. I could get 4 plaques out of that. See? So I just thought I'll share that with you. Now, somebody's asked me to do the leaves, and I did cut some leaves out of the fabrics. And then somebody gave me a really good idea, which was to, in order to get rid of the paper on the back of these fabric swatches, is you can either pull them off or iron them and heat the glue up, and then you can peel them off easy. Which, had I have used my brain, I could have thought of that, but I didn't. So thank you very much to the lady that did. So, like I say, cutting swatches, easy. Let's have a look. The one I had yesterday, see this one, just take your pinking scissors. If you haven't got these, ordinary scissors will do. And how do I want it? Let me just have a look. I'm going to go 3 leaves I can get out of that. So, simple. Just shape them like that. Really easy. When you've got your leaves, and you can do them any size you want. And they're great to add to your projects. Don't bother if you leave a little bit flat here, because that'll be the bit you stick on to your project. And like I say, we can do them smaller if we want. And obviously the grain of the fabric's gone the other way. That's fine. See, like that. And I've got different size ones. So that's really easy to do that. But one of the things I wanted to share with you was to do the, look, I've got all fluff everywhere. Make sure my glue gun's on. Yeah. Was to do the padded headboard. And in order to do that, I need to get a little bit of card. So it might be a little bit tough. Oh, there's my big scissors, aren't they? I might use these. Might work. Just trim that off. I'm just going to cut a particular piece. I'm going to do a miniature one, I think. Save that bit, because you never know when that's going to come in handy. when I say miniature one, I'm just going to share with you how I would do mine. It's a padded headboard. Okay, just do that. Save all your scraps because you never know when they're going to come in handy. Okay, and I'm going to turn that over just to bring that in. Don't look anything same, Fiona. That's more like it. Okay, so that's going to be my headboard. Now, I need my spike. Now, this is a tool you use when you're fossiling. It's my old fossiling tool, and it's a great tool to have. But what I'm going to do is to mark out where I want my dints. When I say dints, because we're gonna go from there, 1, 2, 1 in between, 3, 4. Is that right? And then we're gonna go 1 there, 5, 1 there, 6, 7, 8. I think that will do. Yeah. So then what you do is use your spike to be careful of your finger. I use that just to, I can feel the pressure of that coming through. I don't want to force it too much and end up sticking myself, do I? That'd be silly. So I just move my hand out the way. There's my first hole. There we go. So this is if I'm making a child's doll's bed. There we go. Like that. Yeah, I can get a needle through those. Then I need a larger needle, which I have here. And we will be getting these back in. I could use a bigger one actually. Where's my bigger one? I never know where I've put them. This one will do, I think. We're going to need a piece of foam, so I'm going to get the foam I had yesterday. And then I'm going to glue this on, but I have to be careful, okay? Because I don't want to glue the holes. That would be silly, wouldn't it? So, hopefully my glue gun's ready. Just glue around the edge. Not sure if it's heated up enough. Like that. Okay, let's just leave that like that, that's fine. And then I'm just going to trim that off. You know, you can make your little stool, buffet, puffy, whatever you call them, not sure what you all call them. Footstool, exactly the same way. Just do yourself a little circle of this card and then put your holes in where you want them. Mark them out first so it helps. Oh God, I need that, you silly woman. Right, so then what I'm going to need is some strong thread, which I'm going to use, not that one, Fiona, that's no good. This one, like a waxed thread, and it's I only need to use it single. I don't need to double it up or anything. Okay, put my scissors away. Thread my needle. Oops. Oh, look at that, you see. If I don't catch it right, it doesn't bloody go in. There we go. I'm going to knot this. Now, we might have a problem, because I do need the right size bead with the right hole. That I never thought of. Okay. Let me have a look at this lot. There we go, they're the beads I'm after, and I'm going to have to change the needle. But hey, never mind. Never mind whatsoever. These are the beads, little C beads. And don't forget, we need some fabric on there. So what I'm going to do is I think I'll use my cream, this. See, I'm going to use that. I'm just going to cut this to the size I need. Leave some for the edging to turn in. That'll do. Save that bit, because you never know when that'll come in handy. And I now need to get a smaller needle. Let's see if this one will go through these beads. That's the only thing, you must get a needle that'll work. No, look, right to the bloody... Oh, it will. We shall try. Hopefully that one will work. If not, we'll have to change it. Let's try this again. Okie dokie. Right, so this is the fabric I'm going to use. Now I could use silk or satin or whatever, but I'm just going to use this for now, so you can see. So we're going to lay that on top. And then what you have to do is, what I do, I'm just going to catch that with a couple of stitches on the side. You might do it different to me. And then what I'm going to do, poke that through there. Just pull that in, take my first bead, keep that as flat as I can, turn that over. Now I've got to go back through that same hole. Now, let me just see if I can do that. It is a bit fiddly, but hey, do it that way for you. Used to stitching upside down. There you go. See? Blind. Doing it blindly. See how that's pulled that in? I'm going to leave that and then go on to the next one, which is... And then we'll do this one. So we go up through there, take a bead, and I can find the hole. Okay, then back through, see, I'm going to do that one, it's too hot today and I've got a massive headache. Again, make sure we're getting the bead that'll work. Oh dear. Come on, mate. There we go, gone through. Just give it a good tug, but make sure you use a nice strong thread. There we go, back through there, give it a good tug, and look, you got your headboard, and they're really good to make. But I do like doing them if we're doing them on footstools and things like that. How many more do I need? 3. Or if you're doing like a shalon, you know, like a settee, and do it same way, exactly the same way. Oh dear, it'll come. Like I say, you can put your beads wherever you want. Now, see, I might just do a... No, I won't. I don't think. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm only showing you how to do it. You know, you could do it where you've got a row of them all the way around. It looks really, really good. Make your own pattern up. You don't have to follow the traditional sort of way they do it. Excuse me. Right, I'm just going to have a drink, sorry. Right, now, that's mine. I've pulled it all tight like that. I'm quite happy with that. And then what I do is I do glue the hole. And then I'll pop a little bit of glue just over that section there to seal them in. It does help. Just keep that tight, like that. And then I will snip that and then join that piece to that there, like that. And that's held that tight. And then basically what we do is, like we did before, we snip. Small small snips around the edge. I mean, you can trim that down a bit if you want to. I'm not going to, because I like to leave a fair amount on because it holds it better. Okay. So then what we do is we just secure this and glue that in. Pull that. Now remember what I said, glue the fabric and then you're controlling the fabric rather than glue the board. I just glue the board with the first one, but these have to overlap and you'll see a nice neat finish. Like that. Now I know somebody was talking about, or made a comment yesterday about how they like watching the channel because I don't just go here, I've made that. I show you how to actually make, you know, something. And I like doing that because how is anyone going to learn if you stick it in front of them and say, here's what I made earlier? Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, and it's not helping too many people. Now, what I'm going to do with this section is cut that off. Oh yes, I know. Sorry, let me just see who it is. Oh, my daughter. Yeah, she's having parcels sent home, and I need to be in. Now, glue down the sides, glue right the way across, and then bring this up. Oh, I don't know what that is on it. Bring this up, tuck that in, bring that up there, like that. Flatten that down. And then what you can do is all those little bits that you overlapped, just to stop it from being too bulky, you can trim some of them down. Let's get rid of the rubbish. Now, take my fabric again, and what I'm going to do, oh, come here, fabric, glue gun I mean, just going to slim that one down, and then all I'm going to do is just to put a little bit of glue on there, take the fabric and just push that on there like that. Because it's got cuts and nicks in it, I want to make sure that I get enough of it covered. Let's make sure that's flat down. Thing about felt is you can manipulate it into shape. That's the best thing about felt, because it has that bit of give in it, stretch, so you can actually okay, there we go. I've done it as close to the edge as possible, and then all I'm going to do is very carefully snip around the end. You can always go back and trim it. See, you can always go back. And I'm just going to do that and trim that like that from this angle. Makes it extremely neat. And smooth around the edge. So you're slightly cutting it at an angle. So, oh, leave them bits, that's enough to do, not that. No, they'll do. Just that bit, because I can do a flower or two out of that. Right. Make sure I've covered that. And there you go. That's how you do your little headboards. And they're cute, and you can do them in stools, whatever you want to do. See, nice little headboard. And of course you can use any colour pin. And then if I want to fluff that up a little bit more, you know, make it a little bit better, is I can take hold of a little bit of this. I'm just going to show you. We'll make it into a shabby one, shall we? I'm going to end up making a bed for this, aren't I? Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is, yeah, oh, that's the way. Yeah. Of course you don't need to do the bottom section. And I'm going to put that on the frilliest bit, so I might need to cut that, yeah. Like that. And you know what? I might, come on Fee, let's pull it in a bit. And we're just going to frill that up a little bit more. Like that, that's it. A lot easier. A lot nicer, should I say. Right. Although it's gathered, we're giving it a little bit more of a gather, and it just makes that little bit more elegance to it. Like that. That's it. I'm just going to pull that back a little bit and redo that end because it was a little bit flat. There we go. So, just going to share that with you now, and there you go, my little headboard. So leaves and a headboard. And it's just crying out to me, going a little bit more, Fee, a little bit more. I don't know, I'm just going to have a look at something I've got here. It might work, it might not, so we'll see. Just hang on. I'm not sure. Yeah. It's just a bit of beading. Do you remember the trim I used to have? We're going to get that back in as well. And it just needed something at the top here. Because it's a little girl's crown, isn't it? It's her little... It just needed something fancy there. Right, what I've done is I've just added a little bit of pearl trim just around the edge there, and I think when that's on the bed there's just something missing. Ain't it funny how you can think of things and they just look like they're missing? Just bear with me because it just needs something else. Yeah, it is. I just want it fancy. It's like a fairy tale one. So I might just call it my Fairytale headboard. How's that? And all I'm going to do is take this down the middle. So let's get this right. Now, I don't want it sticking out. That's it. That's it. It was just missing something, and it's a fairy tale headboard. How's that?